everybody. Welcome to Three Boys, Two Girls. This is your first time here. Welcome. My name is Ashley. I am a chiropractor and I have just this year started staying home with the kids and we are homeschooling. So I've got 5 kids. The ages 10, 8, 6, 4, and 3. So we're pretty busy. Today I'm just sharing with you our reading wrap up from the month of November. So in November, we had kind of a low school day count. The first weekend in November, we had family vacation. Then the second weekend, my husband and I had a chiropractic conference that we had to go to. The third weekend, my husband was gone hunting. The fourth weekend was Thanksgiving. And then the last week, we took some family time stuff. And so we really only had school like Monday through Wednesday-ish for the month of November. So our read alouds and our reading kind of got pushed back a little bit, and just to kind of fit everything in, like math and all that kind of stuff. So our reading will be a little bit less than normally, but I'll still share it with you. So at the end of October, I had mentioned that we were going to read some Bob books with my kindergartner. And really, that, like I said, that kind of got pushed back, and so she really isn't reading those yet. She has these little readers that she's doing with her language arts. We are doing foundations through the logic of English. And so she just gets to read through those. They're just basically pictures and reading what the picture is. So, but she just does those and she's really enjoying that. So that is what my kindergartner is doing. For my third grader, she is still working through the Heidi Heckleback series. So this is number 5. And so we actually did not have this one in our collection. So we actually checked this out from the library. But we had number 4, which she read. And then she read number 6 we had in our library. And then we had to go check this one out. So she is just finishing this one up. She has like one more day of it. So like I said, we should hopefully read a little bit more now that we're done with all of those traveling and that kind of stuff. So she's going to continue to work on this. I've tried to ask her, like, what do you want to read next? Like, maybe branch out a little bit. But I think I just saw book number 20 in the library. So we've got some Heidi Heckleback reading to do. So if she reads these all year, I guess as long as she's reading and she's enjoying reading, I guess it really doesn't bother me. So maybe some Christmas presents will have to be some Heidi Heckleback books. But anyway, so she's continuing on her Heidi Heckleback journey. My 5th grader then, he started Holes last month and loved this book as well. He finished this right away, and then like right after our family vacation, he finished this. And then he started Heck, Where the Bad Kids Go. I really didn't know much about this. He said that he's seen it in school. And we picked this up at a used bookstore. It's kind of my favorite used bookstore, and for really cheap. And so we actually got like 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7 or something. I don't know. We got like 4 of them though. And so I let him read this one. He said it was okay. So what we were really doing is we were killing time until I found this book, Hatchet. And so again, I found Hatchet at my used bookstore. I didn't want to pay full price because I knew there were a million copies that were at any random garage sale and bookstore. I just haven't found one yet. So I finally found, actually, there were 3 copies there. I picked up 2 of them so that we would have an extra copy if he wanted to keep this one, and then we'd have a copy for our family library or whatever. But so he's working through this one. I think he's on day 3 today that he's going to read. And so he'll be done in 4 days with this one. So again, not as much reading as we would like to get done in the month, but that's okay. For our read alouds, last month I shared with you that we were reading Orphan Island, and it took us a long time to get through that read aloud. Like I said, our read alouds kind of got pushed behind last month, but I don't have it with me because I had to take it back to the library because I had like $1 in overdue fees or something like that. But finally got it back to the library, and we really enjoyed it. I mean, I think my 10th grader probably didn't enjoy as much as the girls did, but the other two did. It was pretty good. It's a story about this island where only orphans live, and they have to survive, and they have these rules that they need to follow, and it kind of goes through, well, what happens if you break the rules, and what happens if you do something different than the way it's always been done, and kind of just learning different life lessons. So it was a good read. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a new read aloud. It was pretty good. But next we are going to move on to A Wrinkle in Time. I read this when I was in probably 5th or 6th grade. I don't remember. Maybe 4th grade. I don't really remember. But so I've pretty much forgotten everything about it, but I just know it's a good book. So Disney is now making a movie about it, and I thought that it would be really fun if we did a read aloud and then watched a movie together. And so my son thinks that he's actually seen the movie. So I'm not really sure how fun that'll be for him, but if he only thinks he's seen the movie, then he probably hasn't seen, probably doesn't remember a lot of it anyway. So this will be our next read aloud. Also, we're going to do, probably read through this here within the next week or two, just as kind of a little Christmassy theme. And so I've actually never read one of the Magic Tree House books, so this will be the first time that I actually go through it. Whoops. And so I'm sure they're really good. Obviously, you don't sell millions and millions of copies if you're not very good. So looking forward to get into this. So I think that these would be a really good level actually for my 3rd grader to read, if I can ever get her interested in it. So that is it for my kids and for our read alouds, but I have been sharing what I have been reading, so I'm going to continue with that. I think last month I said that I was going to start The Blinds, which I have started it, but when we were on our vacation in the hills, I ran into a little stand that was selling some books, and this was in there, Anne Charles, The Dance of the Winnebagos. And I don't think she's a local author. I think she's from Arizona, but she has a series called the Deadwood series. So this one is Nearly Departed in Deadwood. And so it's kind of cool to have look at local places, to read about places that we've been or places that we've seen. And so it was just kind of fun. So I picked up this one because she was out of the first one of this. I think the mom, Anne Charles, I think her mom may live in Deadwood, because the way they made it sound at the store, she's like, yeah, she has to bring some over. So anyway, so they were out of the first one of the Deadwood series, so I picked up, this is the Jackrabbit Junction mystery, and so I picked this one up. This one was pretty good. It's just like a crime drama, so it's about this 30-some-year-old woman who basically goes out to this RV park and stays in this RV park with her grandpa, to basically, because he lost his wife, and then him and his friends decided to throw this meet online party. So all of these people they'd been talking to online, they all decided to come together and meet at this camper RV park. And so it was from the get-go, it was kind of sexually charged. A lot of crude, blunt references towards it and stuff. I don't want to say crude, more like blunt. Well, sometimes crude. And so I don't know. It was still funny and witty, and the one-liners were hilarious and stuff. And so I did enjoy it, but instead of letting the reader kind of figure out that the relationship is developing between two people, it was always oh man, her hips look good in them jeans, or oh, that shirt fits her just right. And it was kind of just okay, I get it. Do you like anything other than her body? Or, so it was kind of a little bit for me. It was just missing that, I don't know, emotional relationship aspect of it. But anyway, it was funny. I liked it. Then I went on to get from the library the Nearly Departed in Deadwood. So I'm working my way through that. And so eventually I plan on coming back around to the blinds, because I got to get this back to the library so I don't have late fees again. So, but anyway, that is what we have been reading in our homeschool for the month of November. I'm finally getting around to making it now that it's December, but that's okay. Anyway, I'd love to have you come along with our journey. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I think it's down in this corner over here. But hit that red subscribe button, and we'd love to have you along in our journey. Thanks, guys, so much. Bye.